and we're streaming tonight, or this morning, shall I say. This is a little awkward time for me to be streaming, but I'm streaming at this time. As you can see from the title, what if Mr. Zaslav and Mr. Gunn are actually devaluating the value of DC stock so that Disney could buy DC? We're going to explore that. And as you can see with the dot, 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 other possibilities. So let's just look at it and see. Deadline produced this article. Deadline, of course, are in complete Anthony de Alessandro. He's in complete support of James Gunn and David Zaslav. So this is an article that kind of favors them. But nonetheless, it says, DC Chiefs on exit of Warner Brothers marketing boss and how David Zaslav has rallied the whole company behind Superman. And I'll just go through this article here. At the DC Studios press conference Friday, the division's co-chiefs Peter Safran and James Gunn were asked to comment on the axing of Warner Brothers global marketing czar Josh Goldstein and how that might impact affairs moving forward. Weeks after Warner Brothers launched the studio's most viewed trailer of all time, Gun Superman, to 250 million views. I don't know where they got that figure from, by the way. I guess they collectively looked at, Twitter and all the other social media platforms. I don't know how they got it, but whatever. Goldstein was shockingly shown the door. At the same time, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav has a Superman promotional blitzkrieg in the works, one similar to what the studio executed with Barbie across various silos of the conglomerate, including plugs on Food Network and HGTV. Those efforts with Barbie yielded the studio's highest grossing movie of all time, $1.44 billion worldwide. Said Saffron, well, I would say that it's the best decision that Mike and Palm felt was the best. For us, we work incredibly close with the new marketing heads, Christian, Davin, and Dana Nussbaum, whatever, and John Stanford, who are all incredibly talented. Now, these guys, I think they were working under the czar. So these are the new marketing heads. And so they think that because these guys are there, replacing the head guy who was at odds with somebody. I don't know if he was at odds with James Gunn and Peter Safran. Obviously, James Gunn, Peter Safran must have gotten rid of him. Okay, and must have said, well, we'll just use the underlings and we'll work with them. So they got rid of him. Okay. And David Zaslav has asked him. Of course, it looks like he wants to axe Pam and DeLuca and Abdi. It looks like he might want to ask them. And they have been really doing a great job running Warner Brothers Pictures. They're not really dealing with DC. That's not really their thing. That's James Gunn and Peter Safran's thing. But when it comes to now, I think Zaslav reprimanded them for Joker because they were working with the Joker project. And it didn't work out too well. I don't think Gunn and Safran had anything to do with it. And Zaslav was like, you spent so much money on this marketing campaign. And we'll talk a little bit about David Zaslav in a minute. But suffice it to say, I'm talking about this because this concerns DC. And so I'm just doing that. I don't want to go too far off. We've been through the mill enough times making these big movies and distributing and marketing these movies, and we feel that we're on top of every element of it, truly every element. At a gun, John is the one who basically cut the trailer, but it was with me being incredibly involved in the trailer, and that's just the way it's going to continue, with me being involved with the creative and Peter being involved with the overall structure of everything. We're leaving no stone unturned when it comes to ensuring that audiences know and experience our film. We feel good. If there's a moment we don't feel good, we'll do something about it in a tangible fashion. The Conjuring franchise producer emphasized we have full support of David Zaslav on all fronts. He loves what we're doing, loves the movie, has really rallied the whole company behind Superman for this summer. You've all seen what can happen when Warner Bros. Discovery gets behind a Barbie, a Beetlejuice, a Wonka, or Kong, and that's the way it's been treated right now. Now, they'll all say what they say. These guys are good at bullshitting you, so it really depends on the audience, if the audience is interested in it. And I don't get that feeling. I know with Barbie, the audience was interested in Barbie, but I don't get the feeling with this. Anyway, further noted, everything that David Zaslav promised us 2 years when we took the job, it has been a reality since we've been in the job. Superman opens July 11. It won't be shocking if it posts the best opening of 2025 domestic box office year. Last year, Deadpool and Wolverine opened to 211.4 million. So, of course, like I said, this article is more pro anything that doesn't have to do with Snyder. So they're really going to push to try and get this movie the studio. So this is what they're saying. Now, of course, talk is cheap. This is all talk, in my opinion, because here's what people note about David Zaslav. Okay. Elias Silver. Elias Silver is not a Snyder fan at all. Or at least he's not a Snyder Cult fan or whatever. He says David Zaslav is a dangerous person when it comes to movies and series for franchises. He shelled Batgirl for a tax write-off, a movie which completed filming and was about to enter the editing process. He's now blaming Joker 2's failure on Todd Phillips. You can only imagine what might happen once Superman flops. He will more than likely blame Gunn for its failure, will cancel the DCU plan, and will probably sell the rights from DC characters as long as he makes money and gets profit from it. Sounds pretty much like what he would do. It's just where he will sell. He will sell the DC, the bundle, if anything. He says he wouldn't sell it, but you remember when David Zaslav came in on the scene, he was talking Trinity, Trinity, Trinity. Now he's not talking Trinity at all, right? Trinity's gone. So it is what it is. Now, I will say this. Everything, well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you guys see the articles and stuff, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about. So let's keep it going. DCU. This is somebody in Reddit. We were just on Thread. We're in Reddit now. What would happen to James Gunn's DCU if Warner Brothers Discovery went bankrupt? Which is very possible, because they're really not doing good. The characters would be sold off to other companies, right? By then, that would mean bye-bye DCU, as no more Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. Well, there is no Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman right now. There's going to be a Superman movie, and we're yet to get a Batman and a Wonder Woman. It would be like Marvel did with their characters when they went bankrupt in the 90s. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. The way things are going at Warner Brothers, and the advantage they have over the MCU is that they own all their characters and therefore won't have any right issues over who can stay in one cinematic universe, who can't, and who can have solo movies and who can't, and can be in team-up movies, cough, the Hulk, and so on. Maybe the DCU will be restructured to focus on lesser-known characters, like how the MCU decided to focus on the Avengers, as they couldn't use Spider-Man, X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. But even then, that would suck and be sad. So Philip Ass said, selling off the rights to single characters won't happen. Marvel Comics did that in the 90s because the market for film and TV franchises based on the characters didn't really exist. Now, the DC rights will always be worth a lot more together than they are on their own. So on the top of my head, I feel the likelier scenario is WBD would be getting rid of assets, would be a package DC Studios plus DC Comics and sell it off to the highest bidder, which I think that's why I only mentioned this because, and I only go to this Reddit forum because I believe that's what Zaslav will do in the end. And he wants to sell it off to Disney, I believe. Zaslav, okay, so we're going to go into it, okay? Gothamite said they're losing record amounts of money. No big tentpole blockbuster is going to suddenly save the amounts they're losing. Zaslav has overseen the selling off of huge chunks of their back catalog, including music from Batman films. And we're going to go into that now. So let's go into that right now. The Forum of Ice and Fire, Sons of Ice and Fire, Industry News, Warner Brothers Discovery, and CEO David Zaslav in crisis. This was September 19, 2024. It's worse now. It hasn't gotten better. Okay. Warner Brothers Discovery and CEO David Zaslav in crisis after disastrous Q2 2024 earnings call reports massive losses. David Zaslav's quarter two earnings call on August 7, 2024 was a massive wake-up call. Like Disney and Paramount, they posted significant losses due to the cable apocalypse this summer. However, it made many industry start to openly question if Zaslav even has a coherent plan moving forward. He was already infamous for significant cutbacks, but always promised that they're focusing on core assets and franchises. Well, this earnings call came 3 days after the truncated House of the Dragon Season 2 finale at only episode 8, combined with news that Zaslav has personally lost the Warner contract to run NBA basketball on their cable networks, a contract they have had for 30 years. So obviously, he's fucking up big time. Going over all the news articles on this, there are 3 separate things Zaslav did wrong since the merger was completed in April 2022. 1, he focuses on short-term quick fixes by slashing budgets to boost their stock prices because he doesn't want the stock plummet, which it's doing, and he can't stop it. Zaslav is focused on quarterly results, not 5-year long growth plans, so he's slashing budgets everywhere. Not to shift funding to core franchises, but to be able to claim they're technically breaking even, in the hope this will boost investor confidence in their stock prices. This is similar to what Bob Chapek did at Disney to negative results. It didn't even work. Investors aren't stupid, and stock is down 70% in value from when Zaslav took over. Arguably, it could never have worked because he was focused on showing that their streaming division can technically break even when the part that's bleeding money is their cable television division. With losses so massive, they can never just sweep under the rug. What really fuels investor confidence is long-term growth plans. Until now, Zaslav has coasted along on projects he inherited from before the merger. Hot D, for example, was greenlit long before him. But now that more time has passed, he doesn't present more concrete ideas than slash budgets and cancel projects for tax write-offs. Even for core franchises, Hot D and The Last of Us have reduced episode counts on their newest seasons. And that's because of budget cuts. So Warner Brothers doesn't have any money. That's what's really going on there. And David Zaz is pushing really hard. And you know what's so stupid? If you're broke, you don't. This is why he should put out Zack Snyder's Justice. This is why they need to put out the Air Cut. You don't have to put out a whole set of money to finish those movies. A small budget movie like The Batman, that's not going to be no big budget movie because that's a low budget movie. That's under $100 million you have to put out for that. In fact, it may be somewhere around 40, 50, 60, 70 million dollars. But the guy decided to pivot away from the Snyderverse and start all over. And so if you're going to start something from scratch, you're going to have to invest a lot of money to it. And James Gunn is costing David Zaslav a lot of money, and he's wholeheartedly going after James Gunn. He's, as you saw in the report, he's wholeheartedly backing them. He's not backing Abdi and DeLuca. Everybody else he's halted, and he's going after James Gunn's vision. And he's going to be miserably disappointed because he doesn't understand the audience he's dealing with. And all these marketing campaigns and stuff, this is not going to be successful. As he will see. He's going to get the same, they're going to get the same results as all the other DCU movies. And that's on them. Mismanagement of their video game division. They just shut down Wonder Woman, a $200 million investment, which is stupid, again. So you're slashing and cutting and cutting and slashing, but you're not yielding with, and of course fans were waiting for that movie. So all you seem to be doing, David Zaslav, is ticking off the people who could really make your stuff go viral. And he's not just ticking off, you would think he's ticking off Snyder fans. No, he's ticking off DC fans, people who have nothing to do with Zack Snyder whatsoever. Some of them hate Zack Snyder. And now you're ticking off them. The more and more James Gunn does things, is the more and more the people who even support him feel betrayed. Because he's just flipping the switch on them. So it is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Mismanagement of their video game division. Warner Bros. Discovery is unique among the top 7 streamers in that it still has an in-house video game division. None of the others do that. Disney sold the rights to Marvel and Star Wars games years ago. Admittedly, all the successes and failures of Warner Bros. Games the past 2 years were inherited from the prior administration. Zaslav had no hand in them. But that also means he wasn't exerting oversight. Harry Potter game Hogwarts Legacy was the top seller of 2023 and made a profit of $1 billion, followed by 2024 Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which was such a mega flop that it posted a net loss of 200 million. The difference these two months make is staggering. Fundamentally, the failure of Kill the Justice League is that Warner Brothers games tried to force it to be a live service game because those are very profitable, even though the development team at Rocksteady A had no experience making a live service game, and B, did not have the infrastructure capacity to sustain a long-term. The staff levels were needed for that. So it was forcing a square peg into a round hole. The smarter move would have been just to sell their franchise IP video game rights to dedicated developers and get money cash in hand. But they're convinced we're special. We're the only major streamer in-house video game division. Yeah, for a reason. It's better left to the experts with capacity to actually make them. So they just sold off their video games. It's stupid, but it is what it is. And the reason why the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League backfired on them was because nobody was asking for that. But people were asking for Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman's hot. Even though Wonder Woman 1984 flopped, it is the highest selling DC DVD, Blu-ray sales, and digital sales. Even though it was a flop, people still love Wonder Woman in spite of everything. I know because I have a Wonder Woman group on Facebook, and people there's constant traffic in that group all the time. It's my most active group. People love Wonder Woman. So that was kind of stupid what they did. They also love Gal's portrayal of Wonder Woman. Zaslav failed brinkmanship as negotiation. Articles in Variety and Deadline reveal the multiple industry sources that Zaslav's concept of negotiation is bullying and brinkmanship. This almost works when he's bossing around his own subordinates, not when dealing with outside companies who have the upper hand. His concept of negotiation with NBA basketball was to threaten them, even though he needed the NBA more than they needed him. They called his bluff. This extends to how he dealt with the cable distributor companies, like how Disney faced off with DirecTV last week. Zaslav basically threatened them to keep paying 2019 prices for cable packages that simply aren't worth that anymore. Kept demanding that they not only match but exceed those payments. And after the writers' strike, Gal felt enough was enough and simply called his bluff. On top of this, he managed to, on a personal level, alienate a lot of creative talent, from major actors and writers to top production studios and film directors. So now we're at quite a crossroads. This is directly harming the budget levels going to the Westeros franchise. So, I'm just telling you, man, this guy, David Zaslav, is a horrible fit for DC. And the guy he picked, James Gunn, is another horrible fit for DC. These guys, I don't know what reality they're in, but they believe that DC can meet a certain demographic, which does not exist as the core demographic of DC. So the whole marketing strategy is whack. Okay. Barbie was a movie that came out where nobody had ever seen Barbie before. There was never a Barbie film before. That was a authentic whatchamacallit. It was a original movie. Okay. So the great director that did that movie was able to couple that with Oppenheimer and make something happen. I think DC's trying to couple with Fantastic Four. Good luck, buddies. It ain't gonna work. All I'm saying is that, and I don't even know if Fantastic Four will do well or not, but I can tell you right now, Zaslav and Gunn, they don't really have ideas. It's clear. Gunn is trolling the DC fan base. Clearly, Gunn doesn't care about DC, and he lies all the time. Aaron Fisher called him on his bluff and his lies. Actually, check this out. The guy be lying so much Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? That would be on Twitter, maybe. Where did I see that? I can't remember. I think it's on Twitter. I don't think it was Threads. Oh, maybe, no, it's probably Deadline. Hold on. Was it Deadline? Okay. Just now, I'll get it. I'll get it. I can't remember where I saw it. Could have been Threads. Could have been Threads. But James, actually, you know what? Let me go on Twitter and see. Nope. Oh yes. Okay. So let's, I don't want to be talking my words and paraphrasing everything. James Gunn on Superman test screenings and reshoots. We've done screenings. We've done real screenings. Definitely learning stuff all the time. Definitely editing, making little changes. We might shoot a couple little tiny things. I used to be kind of against it because, you don't want to have to shoot again. It's a pain in the ass, but as time has gone on, I've made more movies and I really like being able to say, you know what, I wish I had shot that fist hitting that. So I do tend to go back and pick that stuff up. So it wouldn't be anything major, but these are kind of things. Yeah, I'll cover you a couple more things like that. So basically, he's saying he has to do reshoots. And he's a liar, so most likely it's extensive reshoots. So he has to kind of reconstruct the movie to, because apparently people are not vibing that movie at the present point in time. So he's trying to reconfigure the movie to make it work, which means he's going to do shit. Superman's not going to be great. Okay. What I would say to people is we just have to ride this thing out. But it looks to me as if James Gunn is actually intentionally, with all his speech and everything, look at his actions, looks like he intentionally doesn't like DC, just like how Whedon doesn't like DC and the major characters. And I get that feeling. I don't know if it's subliminal or what, but these guys, they keep on making fun of DC, and I see them hurting the fans who support them. They're hurting the fans who support them. And that tells me that, okay, you would say, well, they're restructuring, so maybe that's the reason. Yeah, but you're not only are you trashing the company, but you're also hurting the fans who you said X, Y, and Z, so the fans are backing you up, and you turn around and you totally disrespect them. And to me, James Gunn is just having fun with that. He's chuckling, he's laughing inside. He's like this troll. He's like this instrument of the MCU, Kevin Feige's right hand man, destroying DC right now. That's the feeling I'm getting, right? Because James Gunn is not starting with a famous character. The only character he's starting that's famous is Superman. He's been starting, and he's still constantly doing stories with these unknown characters. And people will say, well, James Gunn's good at doing unknown characters. That's how he did it with Marvel. But this is not Marvel. This is DC. Marvel had to do that because they didn't have the major characters like Spider-Man. They didn't have the major characters like the X-Men. Okay? They only had Thor and they had Captain America. Iron Man wasn't a major character. Right? So all I'm saying is, this is what James Gunn's trying to start. Supposedly, he's starting the universe. He started the universe a number of times, but this is officially the start of the universe. Now, I don't know what happens when Superman flops, if he's going to say, no, that's not the start of the DCU. It starts with Supergirl. Or some crazy shit. All right? It seems he's only good at doing things. I wouldn't even say he's good at doing things in television, because Creature Commandos, it didn't have great viewership at all. And Peacemaker did okay. They, of course, hyped it up a lot and said a lot of things that were not really true. And now they're trying to hype up the Superman movie that nobody really likes. I I don't like it. I really don't. Why am I talking about this? Because I'm talking about it because I want you guys to know that a certain segment of the population understands my opinion, and this is what we see on it. So what if James Gunn and David Zaslav are there to destroy DC, maybe even cheapen out Warner Brothers? Well, David Zaslav is fighting to keep Warner Brothers stuck up, right? Because he's slashing and cutting everything. He's been selling, slashing, and cutting for a while. So the question really is it that they have as plan B possibly that, okay, so if everything flops, we'll try and sell off the DC IP to Disney? I'll tell you why I think he might want to do that. One, David Zaslav is a American Israeli, okay? And Disney is pro-Israel, okay? Warner Brothers doesn't have any stance on anything. I just think Zaslav would try his best, his damnedest. That's why he even has James Gunn. Their heads are so far up Marvel's ass, at least his head is so far up Marvel's ass, that I really truly believe he will try to sell off the IP off to Disney. I don't think Disney wants to have anything to do with the IP right now, but I think that's what he will want to do. Disney has a couple winners. Deadpool is a winner. And once they leave Ryan Reynolds to do what he does, that's going to continue to be a winner. As I said before, and I'll repeat it, I do believe that the Snyderverse can cross over to Marvel. I truly believe that through Deadpool. Okay? Now I'm hearing Disney trying to cross over to the MCU using animation, and they're going to try and do that. And now all of these plans that they're shooting out one after the other, like shit out of somebody who has diarrhea, is because they want to say that we're going to continue after Superman. There's a future after Superman. Most of these things are like throwing shit at a wall, but nonetheless, which is typical Warner Brothers style, but nonetheless, this is what they're doing. They don't really have a plan. They say they have a 6-year plan, but they really don't have a plan. It's something Gunn might be horridly scribbled up, and that's it, David Zaslav doesn't look like a guy who thinks down the road and is very serious. He has certain strategies. He'll cut costs to try and keep stuck up. But as you can clearly see, he doesn't really have a long-term plan. Now, Abdi and DeLuca, on the other hand, they are the level heads in Warner Brothers Studios. They have the level heads. And while David Zaslav is scrambling for money, and he's blaming Abdi and DeLuca for really what James Gunn and Peter Safran have been doing. But he's so committed and sided to Peter Safran and James Gunn that he's going to target anybody who, even no matter how competent the people are, he's going to target anybody who challenges him in any way. So Abdi and DeLuca on the receiving end of that. But as Zack Snyder said, they're the only people with cool heads that actually make sense in that studio. And I totally endorse that. And wherever Abdi and DeLuca go, if they have to leave Warner Brothers, I hope that they're received with open arms, because these people understand movies, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff, with Abdi and DeLuca, what they actually, I can do that right now. So I'm gonna kind of go. They're really golden. They're really good people. They're good people. I'm going to show you. So let me get out of this. And I want to show you their track record. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that studios lose a lot of money putting out movies. A lot of movies don't actually break even. So what I will do is I will show you a history of. Let me see here. I'm going to type in Warner Brother Pictures. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. They have different years, you know. List of Warner Brother films. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so you guys will understand, we have to go by year. So these are the list here. You have different years. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, first of all, an example of a typical year that Warner Brothers had. I'm gonna go to one of their heyday years, and then I'll go to one of their most recent times, so you can understand what's going on. Hold on a second. I need to just take a break. Give me a second, okay? So don't forget to smash the like button if you like what you're seeing and you're following along. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's show you guys what that looks like. So let's go to, for example, I'm going to use 3 examples. I'll use 4 examples, okay? Let's go to the year, let's see. Let's go to the year 2000, okay? All right. Now, in the year 2000, Abdi and DeLuca weren't around, okay? I don't know who was there at the time, but let's just look at it, okay? All right, so the first movie that they put out was The Story of Us. Let's look at The Story of Us and see how successful that was. That movie was a dud. It made just a little bit more than its budget, so it was a flop. Okay, so the very first movie of that year, or actually it didn't come out that year, it came out the year in October. But that movie was a flop. The Whole Nine Yards. The Whole Nine Yards was a flop as well. Was it? No. I'm sorry. No. How you know a movie is a flop or not is you look at 2 times to 2.5 times its budget. So in this case, and this is back in the day, so it would be about 2 times its budget. So here, this movie did not flop. It probably made about 26.4 million, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less than that. So it was done well. Now, but the thing about it, what you have to look at, this wasn't made by Warner Brothers. See that? It was made by production companies. Look at them. Morgan Creek Productions Inc., Franchise Pictures, Rational Packaging, and it was just distributed by Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers just got a piece of whatever little profit that movie made. But it did make profit. Wonder Boys. Let's see if Wonder Boys, first of all, was made. Okay, this failed. Okay, so that's a flop. So that's 2 flops, 1 successful movie. My Dog Skip. But the money being lost is in the tens of millions. It's not in the hundreds of millions. That's the difference. This was a very successful movie. Small budget movie. $7 million it cost to make it. And it made more than twice its budget. It made more than 2.5 times its budget. It made more than 3 times its budget. It made more than 4 times its budget. It made more than 5 times its budget. So this is a very successful movie, but it was not made by Warner Brothers. It was distributed by Warner Brothers. Now let me explain a little something. what happens is the production companies, they make the movie and then they sell over the movie to Warner Brothers and it's distributed by Warner Brothers. They will keep a certain share of the profits, so the profits are divided up and Warner Brothers gets some of the profits. So Warner Brothers didn't spend any money except distribution money to deal with this. So this was a highly successful film and very lucrative for everybody. The lucrative, when I mean lucrative, I mean it was, high profits. Yeah. So anyway, all right, my dog Skip. So we got the one. I'm trying to remember which one. I think the whole 9 yards and my dog Skip. So out of 4 movies, 2 actually made some kind of profit. Ready to Rumble, this probably flopped. Yep. Romeo Must Die. Romeo Must Die was a very profitable movie. That was with Jet Li, who was burning hot at the time, and DMX. Yep. So it cost $25 million. Almost made 4 times its budget. Okay, so that movie made money. Again, now the amount of money it actually made, it's 41 million, probably around there, profit, which is not bad. You put out 25 million, you make 41 million. That's not bad at all. Okay. Mind you, again, it was not made by Warner Brothers, but by Silver Pictures. So it's very important. I don't think Silver Pictures is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers, is it? No, it's Joe Silver. Okay. So it was produced by Joe Silver. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Let's go back. So that was successful. So we have 3 of 5. Gossip. But these are all small profit gains, meaning, okay, this flopped. See, so you have to understand, studios put out a lot of movies. Oh, shit. Battlefield Earth, I think this did well. I don't know if it was a flop. Oh, it was a flop. I remember this movie. I saw it on HBO Max. Oh, it was a flop. That's terrible. Okay, so 3 of 6. The Perfect Storm. I think The Perfect Storm flopped, didn't it? I remember the movie. Okay, it's tricky. This movie it cost a lot of money and it had a lot of visual effects. The production companies were not Warner Brothers once again. Warner Brothers was the distributor. So Warner Brothers made some money regardless. The movie cost a lot of money to make. At the time, it was the 8th highest grossing film of 2000. So movies weren't making like $1 billion or anything like that. So invested 120 to 140 million. Twice that would be about 240 to 280. 2.5 that times that would be 3 times that would be 360. So it basically broke even. It may have made a little profit, but it broke even, which is not bad, but it is what it is. In the crowd, it flopped, right? So we are 4 of 8. Okay, Pokemon the movie. This is an anime. It made money. So we're 5 of 9. I just want you to see what studios normally do. Okay, this is a normal average year. No big blockbuster, tremendous money. The biggest was The Perfect Storm, and that didn't make a whole lot of money, but it did gross a lot of money for its time. Space Cowboys. That just broke even, if it did. It's not exactly a flop. It made back its money, but not by much. It didn't produce any profit. And this is just the way how the things go, okay? 5 of 10, right? The Replacements. You see how many movies come up, right? And not all of them are by Warner Brothers, but I'm just saying. And this is a flop. This was produced by the Bel Air Entertainment Company, so it wasn't Warner Brothers. They just distributed, but they didn't make no money off of it. The Art of War. The Art of War is Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery. This was actually a great film, but guess what? It was a flop. Did you guys know that? It was a flop. Isn't that interesting? Warner Bros. Distributed, so they didn't make no money off of that. Bait. And that's a great film, by the way. Bait, which starred Jamie Foxx. Didn't make no money either. So we're 12 films in, 5 made money, 7 didn't. See how interesting this thing is? The movie making business is not the most profitable business in the world. This was some sort of documentary, maybe. So it went into cinemas, but didn't make no money. Best in the show. Okay, I guess this didn't make. Oh, you know, what can I say? It would have cost the studio probably 10 around almost $10 million. Probably cost the studio. So a low budget film. Get Carter. You know about this. Sylvester Stallone, big star. Didn't make no money. That's crazy. See, so we're now somewhere around 13 or 14 films, and we got like about 7 or 8 of them that actually made profit. Pay It Forward. I remember that. And this also didn't make no money. Isn't that crazy? So that's 17 Red Planets. And nope, that didn't make no money either. That's 18 films. 18 and 8. Proof of Life. I remember this movie. Epic movie. Didn't make no money. Big stars and everything. Miss Congeniality, that made money because they did Miss Congeniality too. Yeah, that made money. That made mad money. That made a lot of money. Okay, so we had Miss Congeniality 2. That leads us to maybe 20 films, and 9 of them made profit. Okay, 9 of them, and so that's a typical thing with studios. Now, some of the movies that made profit made big profit. Some of the movies that did not make profit, they really lost money, but they lost like tens of millions. It's not like hundreds of millions, right? Okay. So you've seen what it looks like in the year 2000. Now, what's a good year look like? I'm going to show you what a good year looks like for a studio. So they kind of break even here. It's kind of like 9 out of 20s, almost like 10 out of 20. So like 1 in every 2 did well. We could take the year like let's take the Dark Knight year. Okay, let's take the Dark Knight year. I think this is when this is the era where Greg Silverman was around. So let's see how that went. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24. Okay, so 24 films in this year. They put out quite a few films. Okay, let's go. One Missed Call. Let's see. Is this a good year? It's a pretty good year. Starts off, this breaks even. So it didn't lose money. Fool's Gold. I don't know. That lost money. Okay, because 2 times 70 million is 140 million. It lost money. Okay. So we started out breaking even, lost money, one of 2. 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC made money, but not a lot of money. It was like 10 million, 12 million, something like that, but it broke even. So out of 3, 2 broke even. Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory didn't make no goddamn money, but it wasn't Warner Brothers that made it, so it didn't really cost them. Harold Kumar and the Escape from Guantanamo Bay, also supposed to be a comedy. This made money. Wow. New Line Cinema, which is a subset of Warner Brothers Pictures, it made money. So good for them. So 1 made money, 2 broke even, and 1 didn't make money. Okay, let's keep it moving. So that's what? 1 made money, 2 broke even. That's 4, right? Speed Racer, we know that's a flop. That was a flop. Yeah, that was a flop. So it's 1, 2, and 2. Sex and the City, that made money. They made a series of it, for crying out loud. Made good money too. Made good money. We got 2. Well, we got 2, 2, and 2. All right. 2, 2, and 2. 2 made money. 2 broke even, 2 flopped. 6, Get Smart. Get Smart made money. Yep. Get Smart made money. 3, 2, and 2. Okay. Kittredge. This doesn't look like it made money. And it didn't make money. It needed to make 20 million, 25 million to break even, and it didn't. Now, it only lost a couple million, but nonetheless. And now, of course, this movie is in eternity. You can always watch this movie. So they do make money over time. Journey to the Center of the Earth. I didn't know they made a movie like that. Ooh, and it made money. It made money, ladies and gentlemen. So it's 4, 2, and 3. 4, 2, and 3, which is 9. Hey, it's not doing bad, right? The Dark Knight made money. Everybody knows that. Made mad money too. So we are talking 5, 2, and 3. Okay. So 5 of 10, which is good. It's halfway, right? And by the way, The Dark Knight made a lot of money, right? It crossed $1 billion. So that's the first film that crossed $1 billion. So it made a lot of money. So that, and this year is not bad year at all. Because remember, you got 2 films that broke even, right? So all of that you have to take into consideration. Again, Warner Bros. Is just the distributor here. And this did not make money. Did not make money. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. I don't know, first of all, if this was on TV. Oh, this made money. This made money, ladies and gentlemen. Lucasfilm was the company and distributed by Warner Brothers. Well, that made money. So that's good again. So now we're talking, what are we talking now? 6. 6. What is it? 6, 2. 6, 2, and 4. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, 6, 2, and 4. The Woman. That actually made money. 7, 2, and 4. All right. Knights in Rodanthe. Hey, give us the box office, but we don't know how much. Village Roadshow Pictures and then D Novi Pictures. We don't know what the cost of it was, so if it's a drama and there's no set of special effects, I'm assuming it was under $1 million. So this probably made mad money. Yeah, this made mad money. It's very profitable. So that's, what are we at? 10? 10? Where are we now? 10? What's our number? I don't even know. I think it's 10, 2, and 4, right? Something like that. 10, 2, and 4. Yeah. So it's really doing well. Appaloosa did not make money. So that's 10, 2, and 5. Body of Lies did not make the money. So it's 10, 2, and 6. Pride and Glory did not make money. That's 10, 2, and 7. You see how it's coming back, right? So we're at 19 already. We're at 19. We have 10 that actually made money with a big money maker, 2 big money makers, 3 big money makers, I think it is. And then we have the 2 that broke even, and then we have the 6 that didn't. Rock and Roller, I probably didn't make money, and it didn't. So that's 7. Slumdog Millionaire, I think that was a good movie. Yep, and it made mad money. So we're looking at 11, 2, and 7. All right, 11, 2, and 7. So what are we looking at? It's 11. So it's 11 out of 20 so far. Okay. 4 Christmases. Made money. Oh no, broke even. So that's 11, 3, and 7. All right, 11, 3, and 7. That's 21. Okay, that's not a bad thing. This is a really good year. I'm telling you, this is a really good year. Gran Torino, it made mad money. So that's 12, 3, and 7. Okay, 12, 3, and 7. That's pretty good. Yes, man. And that made money as well. 13, 3, and 7. That's really good. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I'm not sure if it made money. Let me see. This broke even. This didn't make money, but it broke even. So we're looking at, what are we at? 13, 4, and 7. 13, 4, and 7. Excuse me. Right? Which is 24. 24 movies. 13 of them made money and some really good profit. 4 broke even, and 7 losses. This is a good year. This is a good year for 2 reasons. One, now I could have given you another good year where you had, like, the Harry Potter movies, because the Harry Potter movies became a hot thing. So if you want to see, I'm going to give you, like I said, I'm going to give you 4 examples. So this is one, and this was a hot year. I'll give you another one. I'll give you the year when Batman v Superman came out. That was a very profitable year. It wasn't the most profitable year. I think Man of Steel 2013 was the most profitable year for Warner Brothers. But check this out, man. So we come here. Which one should I do, guys? Should I do 2013 or should I do 2016? You guys, I'm going to do 2016 because it's a controversial year with Batman v Superman. Again, Greg Silverman is there. So I'll do 2016. How to Be Single. This probably flopped. Nope. It was extremely successful. Extremely successful. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so they started off the year. They started off the year with a success. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Midnight Special. This looks like a flop. And it was. So 1 for 1. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. This made money. It was a success. 2 for 1. Barbershop, The Next Cut. That was a success. It was a success. So that's, what is that? It made like $5 million profit, but it was still a success. So that's what? 3 and 1 out of 4. Keanu. Oh, this is a comedy. And it flopped. So 3 and 2. The Nice Guys. Oh yeah, I've heard about this. I don't know if it made money. No, it didn't make money though. So we're now 3 of 3. Me Before You. So rom-com. Oof, that rom-com made money, boy. That rom-com made money. Goddamn. That made some serious money. So we're looking at 4 and 3. Nobody's breaking even. The Conjuring, that made mad money. So that's 2 big money makers. And that's 5 of 3. Central Intelligence, that's another big money maker. That's 6 of 3. I'm telling you, man. Greg Silverman was killing it. The Legend of Tarzan, that was a flop, I believe. It broke even. It wasn't a flop. It broke even. Yeah, it broke even. So, or if anything, it just slightly was under, which is okay. So, I mean, they were probably looking for something much bigger, but whatever. Yeah, broke even. So we have, what are we? We're 5, 1, and 3, something like that. 5, 1, and 3. Lights Out was a big hit, massive hit. So that's, excuse me, 6, 1, and 3. Let's keep it going. Suicide Squad made money, big hit, massive hit. So that's what is that? What's that? 7, 1 and 3. War Dogs, that also made money. No, it didn't. Oh shit. I thought it did. It didn't. Okay. Crazy. So that's 7, 1 and 4. Sully made money. That's for sure. Made good money again. That's 8, 1 and 4. Storks. I don't think Storks made money. I could be wrong. Oh, it made some money. It made some money. So that's 8. That's 9, 1 and 4. The Accountant made money. The Accountant made money. So that's 10, 1 and 4. I told you this was a great year. Within, okay, Within didn't go anywhere. So I don't know what happened there. So I can't really assess that. And then we had Fantastic Beasts and we had to find them. So this was a big year. This was a massive year. Made massive money. Okay. So we're talking about 11, 1 and 4. So 11 out of 60 movies so far have made money. This was a crazy year, 2016. I think 2013 was actually much more crazier than that. I think Greg Silverman was in the era when Warner Bros. Made the most amount of money off of movies. And they were like the kingpin of stuff. So BVS year, I think, was one of those peak years. And I think another one was 2013 with Man of Steel. Yeah. So as you can see, we're talking already 11 movies out of 16 movies making money. That's ridiculous. That doesn't happen. Studios usually go half and half or something like that. And it's big money they're making. You know what I'm saying? Collateral Beauty, which is with Tom Cruise. I don't know if it made money or not. But no, actually, no. This is Will Smith, Collateral Beauty. I'm not sure about this. It looks like it made some money. Not much, but it made money. And again, what I love about these movies, even though they don't make money in the big cinemas, is they give you different aspects of the human psychology. And I think what happened in Hollywood is they saw this formula that Marvel was doing, and everybody wants to make money. That's what you go into movies to do, kind of like. Anyways, this made money, so that's 12 and 1 and 4, right? This is insane. This was an insane year. 12, 1 and 4. Live by Night, that did not make money. So 12, 1 and 5. That's 12 successful movies out of 18 movies. They put out 18 movies that year. Live by Night didn't make any money. So that was an insane year because 12 out of 18, you don't hear about them. You don't hear those kinds of figures, okay? Oof. You don't hear those kinds of figures, right? The Dark Knight year we got what we got, it was 11, I think, or 11 or 12 out of 24, something like that. This was really good. This was a good year. Okay, so why am I saying this? I'm going to show you. Okay, let's go to, let's see now. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Why am I only at 2000? Oh, okay. No, hold on a second. Lists. Warner Brothers Films. Okay, here we are. Okay. Now, first, what I will show you is the stuff. I want to show you. Let me see something here. Okay. They kind of keep them all together, so it's just not cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a very successful year Warner Brothers had. I'm going to go with the Barbie year. Well, actually, the Barbie year wasn't so great, but yeah, this year here, 2023. All right. Abdi and Luca have been in position now for a while. Let me show you what Warner Brothers was able to do. Okay. Other than the DC brand, everything else was firing on all cylinders. Abdi and DeLuca have been doing a great job. Mummies. Profit. The first movie of the year. Profit. Okay. That movie made profit. House Party. Flopped. Didn't do good. Okay. Magic Mike's Last Dance made money. So we're 2-1. Actually, hold up. No, actually, no, it didn't. It didn't make money. No, we're 2-1, but 2 flops to 1 success. The first movie, Creed 3, made money. Made good money. There we are. Good money. So 3 of 2. Shazam! Fury of the Gods was a flop. That did not help, and it was a massive flop. So that was not good at all. Air. Now, Air is really a streaming movie, but it saw cinemas, so take it for whatever you're worth. It's not really a flop. It made back its budget, but it's not really a flop because really Amazon wanted to stream it, but it spent, I think it was a week or something in the cinemas, and then afterwards they pull it. So it made a lot of money for the short space of time it was in the cinemas. Okay. Here's a good movie, by the way. Evil Dead Rise. So we got like 4-2, right? Evil Dead Rise made money. Okay. So it's 4-3. The Flash flopped. So we have 5-3. Barbie made massive amounts of money. They needed a big win, and they got a big win. Okay, that was it there with Barbie. The massive win. So we're now 4-3. Then the Meg the Trench, that actually made money. So that's 4-4. Blue Beetle flopped. DC was just fucking up the whole thing because they were making money, and then they would just lose these tremendous amounts of money on these DC items. But anyway, bottoms didn't make money. So we have had what, I can't even remember what it is now. 2 flops. We had 2 flops. Okay, we were 3-3. Then it was 4-3, and then 2 flops. So it's 6-3 now. The Nun made money. It's a horror. Made money. So 6-4. Saltburn. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I have to assume that it didn't cost much to make because it's a drama. So I'm gonna assume it made money. So 6-5. Wonka made money. Made good money. So we're talking 6-6. We're about even. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom did not make money. 7-6. The Color Purple, did that make money? Did it? Nope. 8-6. The Boys in the Boat, I don't even know what the fuck that is. And it didn't make money. So with 9-6. Doom Part 2 made money. Thank God. So it's, what's it? 8-7. We're at 15. Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire, that made money. So 8-8. Or 8-16. Challengers. Did not make money. All right, so 9-8. Turtles All the Way Down. I don't know what that's all about. It wasn't something that was put out. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Did it make money? It did it? No, it did not make money. Oh, that really hurt. But it happens. That really hurt though. It didn't make money. But we are what? 10-8? 10-8? The Commandment Shadow. Okay, this was not put. That was probably on streaming. These are movies probably on streaming. Am I okay? Streaming. The Watchers. It didn't make money. Shit. That's terrible. So we're looking at 11-8. Wow. Horizon American Saga. 12-8. Twisters. Did Twisters even make money? Yeah, it made money. So 12-9. The Day the Earth Blew Up. Looney Tunes. Oof, didn't make money. Oof. 13 of, what is it? 13 of what, 9? 13 of 9. Trap. Trap make money. Trap made money. Okay. 13 of 10. Blink twice. It broke even. Yeah. It broke even. So I think blink twice. Broke even. So we have what? We have what are we talking about? I don't even know. I think it's 13 flopped, 1 breaks even, 10 made profit. Beetlejuice. Wait. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Oh shit. Okay. Let's try this all over again. Oh shit. I was supposed to be in 2013. I ended up in 2014, which is last year. So let me start this over. Oh shit. That's fucked up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Only 17 movies put out that year. Let's try it again. Did The Color Purple make money? I don't know. No, it didn't. Okay. So 1, 2, that's another flop. This one succeeded, so it's 1 of 2. Saltburn. Just want to break even or something? I don't know. Saltburn, they didn't say. Okay, this was on streaming, so this is not one. This one was really geared for streaming. So it's out there and then it's streamed. So they have like a week. Like they put it out for a week and then they pull it back and stream it. Okay. Not bad. So this one's Saltburn's like you know. Okay. So it's 2 flopped. One legitimately did well, and this one here we keep him out. Okay, the non did well, so that's another one. That's 2 of 2 bottoms. Can't remember. You guys remember bottoms made any? No, they didn't. So it's 3 of 2, 4 of 2, 4 of 2, 4 of 3, 4 of 4, 5 of 4, 5 of 5. This is not one. 6 of 5, 6 of 6. So they aren't even. 7 of 6. 8 of 6. And 8 of 7. So it was 17 films that came out this year, but there were 2 that went to streaming. So you're really dealing with 15 films. Out of those 15 films, right? Yeah. Of those 15 films, what was it? 8 of 7. What was it? 8 of 6? 9 of 6? 8 of 7? What is it? I don't know. 8 of 7 probably. 8 of 7 did 7 of 8 did 7 did well out of 15 and 8 did not do well out of 15. So this was a good year for Abdi and DeLuca, 2023. Now 2024 was not a good year for Abdi and DeLuca. Okay, 2024 was a bad year because of DC. They did a decent job. Now they're no Greg Silverman, and they just started, but they did a decent job, and they kept DC kind of sorry, not DC, but Warner Brothers Pictures afloat. Okay, now 2024, which was last year, this was bad. Okay, The Boys in the Boat didn't make no money. Doom Part 2 made money, as we all know. Godzilla Kong made money, so that's 2 of 1. Challengers didn't make no damn money. We just saw that. 2 of 2. Turtles All the Way Down. That was a streaming thing. Furiosa Mad Max Saga didn't make no money, so we're looking forward to. The Commandment Show Shadow, but it didn't make any money either. It's just streaming. It was streaming. Okay. Am I okay? Am I okay? Is that going to streaming as well, or what's going on with that? Yeah, that went straight to streaming. So still 4 of 2. The Watchers didn't make no money. 5 of 2. Horizon and American Saga. 6 of 2. Twisters broke even. So we're talking 6 flopped, 2 actually money, and 1 broke even. 6, 2, and 1. Today the Earth blew up. Looney Tunes that flopped. So 7, 2, and 1. Trap made money. So that's 7, 3, and 1. Blink twice. Broke even. So it's 7, 3, and 2. 7, 3, and 2. Beetlejuice made money. So that's 7, 4, and 2. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, is a documentary, and that was on HBO Max. My Old Ass. Okay, My Old Ass was on streaming as well. Salem's Lot, streaming. Joker Folie à Deux, that did not make money, so that's 8, 3, and 2. Caddo Lake. Wait a minute. Let me just check. Joker. Yeah, it flopped. Yeah, it did. All right. Caddo Lake is not in cinemas. So 8, 3, and 2. 8, 3, and 2, yeah. 8, 4, and 2, sorry. Okay. Juror number 2. Ooh, okay. Flopped as well. 9, 4, and 2. Red one. Ooh, that flopped as well. Ooh, that was a bad flop too. So that's 10, 4, and 2. Sweethearts. And that was streaming. Lord of the Rings, The War of Ronin. That was streaming. Oh shit, that backfired badly. Where are we now? Where are we? 11, 4, and 2? Yeah. This is a bad year. This is a very bad year. Companion. That went straight. Oh, that didn't go to streaming. That actually made money. That made money. Companion made money. So it's what, 11, 5, and 2? 11, 5, and 2, which is like 5 profitable films out of 18 films. It's an abysmal year. They just get, and then they didn't have any really big money making anything. So it was 2024 was a bad year, and that's why they talked about the horrible quarter earnings and all of that. Warner Brothers lost a lot of money that year. They're trying to keep their stock afloat. I want to show you guys some other stuff here real quick. This is Warner Brothers stock right now. So their stock is hovering around $10.50 today, but it dropped yesterday from what it was. Closed at 10. It closed at 10.69. It's dropped already. Point I'm making is David's ass has been cutting, slashing, selling a whole bunch of stuff to keep this stock afloat. That's how bad it is. So it's still at $10.50. When he inherited the Warner Brothers aspect of the company, the stock was somewhere around, I think it was $20 a share, and it just tumbled all the way down, which is sad. it's more half. I think it's 70% down. So it was 20 something. It was 20 something dollars a share. So to keep it steady, he's been trying, but it's been, as you can see, at 4 p.m. yesterday, it was below $10 a share, and it's been dipping below $10 a share quite often. So what is my point? What is my point, ladies and gentlemen? My point is this, ladies and gentlemen, that Warner Brothers is struggling right now. They don't have cash flow. James Gunn is doing sort of, I don't know, they've attributed the money for James Gunn's movie. We have not been impressed by the movie in any way through the trailers or anything. James Gunn has showed us the movie, and he's going to have to retool some stuff, clearly. So we're seeing how it goes. But me personally, I think that plan B is to try and sell it off to Disney. I think that's plan B. So if Zaslav doesn't get through if the DCU flops, I think Zaslav's going to try and sell it off. I don't think he's going to try and keep it because his company will go down. So he probably try and sell it off to Disney. I think that's where he wanted to go. I hope he doesn't. But he's crazy like that. Now, depending, But I think James Gunn and him are trying to drop the stock of Warner Bros. And DC so low that it could be sold off very easily to Disney, and Disney could take all those, get that big package of all these superheroes, and now Disney has everything. I think that's what they're trying to do. And so Disney would run the whole show. Because that's what Disney has been doing. It bought out 20th Century Fox, right? 20th Century Fox hasn't had any worries. But I think they're going to try and get Disney to buy out probably WB or the DC IP. One of the two. So no matter what, James Gunn gets to sort of be there or be a vehicle to make that happen. I think that's where they ultimately want to go. So for the DC fans out there, they're not going to show no love to DC. We know the Superman movie is going to flop. We know this already. The question is, what happens after? What we have to do is be very vocal about restoring the Snyderverse. That's what we need to be doing. So I will share all of that with you guys. And see somebody, you guys are just watching this video. How somebody just watching my videos like they watch my videos all the time. Whoever you are, I guess you smashed the like button already. Have you said anything? You want to talk to me about something? I can actually do a stream where I'm not showing this information. You guys can go ahead and stuff. I wanted to just leave this here. Has there ever been a worse movie studio CEO? This is what they're saying. I would say this, that they've been pretty bad, okay? We've had some pretty bad movie CEOs since Greg Silverman. Greg Silverman was a really good president of production of Warner Bros. Under him, we had, he was there in 1998 and facilitated, The Matrix, he was involved in the production of The Matrix. And he left in, I think it was maybe 2000. And he went to the studio that produced The One with Jet Li. And he had 3 blockbusters there. He helped to produce 3 blockbusters there. He came back across to Warner Bros. In, I believe, somewhere in 2002, somewhere there. And he was working in production. That's what he did. And just hit after hit after hit he was associated with. He produced a lot of stuff. And so he was known for The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, you name the hits that Warner Brothers had, he's been associated with them. And so when we look at the year 2016, it's kind of his blueprint. You see his handprints everywhere on different productions there. And that's why 2016 was a great year, right? So you can see that, 2013 was a great year, 2014, 15, so on. This was one of the heydays of Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers was doing very well till they fired Greg Silverman. And why? And this is where I never understand. BVS. So Greg Silverman probably promised the company that they would make $1.5 billion off of BVS. but that was an unrealistic figure. Given one that BVS was contesting Marvel, and so a lot of bad press in the industry, was all about Marvel, 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 Marvel. So that negative press and vitriol, would cut down some of the movie's thing. And then the stupid exec, Tsuchihara, who was the CEO at the time, he cut the runtime on BVS. So all of that went on. That helped sabotage the film. And these executives, they're clueless. They don't really understand. They only want to think about money, 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 money. So it is what it is. This is the same asshole Tsuchihara, who they were just interested in getting their bonuses. They didn't really care about Justice League. So instead of Zack Snyder coming back and finishing off the film he started, they proceeded to pump in, I think it was $30 million or $40 million to make sure that Joss Whedon, um, you know, retooled the movie. That's how crazy these people are. Abdi and DeLuca, who kept producing profitable films for Warner Brothers, looks like this stupid ass David Zaslav wants to fire him. And I say he's a stupid ass. Leroy Cohn started from the beginning, and I didn't realize that Leroy Cohn was 100% correct. David Zaslav is an asshole. And he's proving that. And it is what it is. I mean, what can I say? It is what it is. So, in the words of Deadpool, may I say, sir, on behalf of all humanity, it just feels right. We will treat you so much better than those shit fucks down the street. And that's what I think of Warner Brothers. They're shit fucks down the street. Casey Bloys, all the whole shithead shit fucks that they are. I don't like any of them. I think they're a disservice to the DC brand. I think they're a disservice to DC fans. I think they're a disservice to the audience that likes to go see DC movies. And really and truly, I would not shed a tear if all of them lost their jobs at WB. And you get a clean slate. Just clean out the whole of WB and just start off fresh. You could probably bring back Abdi and DeLuca. Because they do love films. You can tell their passion. Again, they're into producing films. You can tell their passion. David Zaslav doesn't do no producing of no fucking films. James Gunn's never been a leader or CEO of any, of any company. So it is what it is. So that's what I got for you guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. I just wanted to give you guys some data. You guys leave in the comment section what you think. Do you think that James Gunn is running down DC? I'll tell you another thing. You saw how hypocritical some fans were, but remember, they were supporting James Gunn to the very end. And then he just shafted them, So it is what it is. I'll see you guys later, though. I am Christ, I am disciple. You guys have a